Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the global Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
Hey, Drake. Dr. Umar has a question for you. He wants to know, are you Black? Do you identify yourself to be Black? Or is it you're Black when it's convenient for you and then you're not Black when it's not? Take a look at his question.
For my brother Drake, I need you to clarify whether or not you are a Black man. Some people are claiming my brother Drake, who I love and respect. Some people is claiming that you embrace a mixed race identity, that you do not embrace a Black first identity. So I have to ask my brother Drake to clear the record for me. Are you a Black first Black man? Or do you identify as mixed race? Or do you identify as untouchable first? Do you primarily identify as an untouchable? Do you identify as mixed race? Or are you a Black first Black man? I need to know this, my brother Drake. Some people believe you only claim Black when it's convenient. I've never seen you do that, but I don't follow you that closely. So out of respect for my brother Drake, who I will consider to be an African, who I will consider to be my brother until he says otherwise. But my concern with my brother Drake, you've been at the forefront for a long time, and we should clearly know what you identify as. Are you Black all the time, or are you Black some of the time? Because if you are only Black some of the time, I'm here to tell you you're not Black any of the time. You got to pick a side and stay on it, and I'm not accusing my brother Drake of anything. I'm simply asking my brother to clarify. Do you identify as Black first, or are you mixed race first? Or are you Jewish first? I just need clarity, my brother.
So I found a clip of Drake during an interview this past April, and he basically answered what he identifies as. Take a look.
My Blackest friends can be just as cruel on the other end, by making you feel excluded, or making you feel like you can't get in on this. Sometimes I don't feel celebrated when I know maybe somebody else would be celebrated for those accomplishments. When Drake is the artist of the decade, I don't think anybody says, wow, a Black artist is the artist of the decade. I don't think anybody says that. And I associate I associate myself as a Black man. So for me, it's sometimes it's something that I just acknowledge and I just keep it moving. But like I said, I feel like if the situation was different, I feel like maybe some of the massive accomplishments and accolades that we've conquered on behalf of all of us, not just me. It's not like it's for all of us, right? Just like how excited I am when anybody else in our space does something great, of course, there's a part of me that wishes that I was celebrated a little more, but I mean, who wants to listen to me cry about being celebrated?
So whether or not Drake is a part-time Black person is open for debate. After all, his mother is Jewish and he was raised by her. However, he did say in this clip that he considers himself to be a Black man. Now, whether or not he considers himself to be a Black man as it relates to his music and wanting to be recognized as a Black man and being considered a Black man as it relates to accolades and accomplishments as a rapper, might be the case. Maybe he considers himself Black in spaces where he thinks he should, and he has the advantage to not consider himself Black in other spaces or be accepted in other spaces that aren't populated by Black people. Open for debate. Canada sure does love him though, and he is considered to be Black here. But I do know in the United States, he's not very well loved. And, he tries to get into beefs with other rappers. I personally think he needs to sit those beefs out. I don't think that he is any match for the American rappers. But I do like some of his music. Some of it's okay. But I'm personally not a big fan. But again, in this clip, he says, I consider myself to be a black man. So there you have it, Dr. Umar. Let me know what you all think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. Also drop your comments and download the African Diaspora News app. You can grab it at the Google or Apple store and you will not be disappointed. Make sure you download that app. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Black Experience with Emma Ansah. Until next time, please be safe, everyone.